There's a whole channel dedicated to me killing Comicsgate right now. There's a whole channel. Would you like to see it?
Yep.
All right.
Well, they should watch this for a little while and they realize that it's just not true.
Yeah, we have the power of Fabio. How can they deny the power of Fabio? They have an uphill battle if they're going to kill you when you're throwing down Fabio. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, guys. Here we go. Look at this. Channel 0, 7 subscribers.
That's his puppet accounts. He's got 7. That's one guy.
They're pumping out videos at least every 3 hours. Okay, so perhaps you think I'm treating my fans unfairly. There's a picture of my fat face. How EVS killed Comicsgate Medium. How EVS killed I guess this is the Grim Reaper here, and that's my little face in there. From Comicsgate to Comicsgate or communist style. I don't know what that says. I'll promote any Comicsgate book as long as I say it is, and that's my head. What is going on? Exactly.
7 people, 7 subscribers.
Well, and now I'm promoting it to 865. I want everybody to subscribe. Yeah.
Oh,
to prove the power of EVS. Yeah.
Ethan even empowers his enemies. He even builds his enemies' careers.
I have to.
That's hilarious. That's so good.
You gotta have enemies to crush, no?
Yes. Well, maybe we should watch one of these. Let me see. Do you guys care?
No, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna have to kind of play it, the audio here, and then I don't know what kind of video there is, but all right. Which one should I do? The communist one, how EVS killed Comicsgate, or my fans being treated unfairly? Which one is good?
How you killed Comicsgate? It's got to be the best.
The 10-minute one.
Because that's the shortest one.
Yeah.
Right.
The 10-minute one.
All right, here we go.
Back to Channel 0X. I'm Michael Andens, co-creator of Mortal Worlds with my wife Caroline Andens. How are you doing?
Great, guys.
It's great to have you all here. Now, we want to take things further in talking about how we think EVS has undermined and ultimately destroyed Comicsgate.
Yes.
Everything that it was meant to have represented to us, its principles that it was meant to be upholding, these things that took us all in, I believe.
It already sounds like a PBS show. Can you guys hear it enough? Can
English.
I think it's the accent. Yeah, it's the accent.
All right, let's keep going.
And many of you may still well be fully enamored of Ethan, of his style, of everything he talks about. But we were right there with you until very recently, when we came to steadily realize through not just the initiation of our own campaign, Indiegogo campaign, but everything that lead up to it, that we weren't going to be supported by Ethan in any way, and he would not respond to any of our attempts to contact him, to ask him any questions, for any feedback, for any support whatsoever. All of my attempts to engage him or his closest confidants about getting onto any of these shows were just met with largely utter silence, occasional bit of derision when it came to John Malin, who broke ranks. It seemed only
it's John's fault.
Guilty. I hate that John Malin guy. Guilty.
John,
what did he say I did?
He said that you met them with derision when you.
He meets everybody with derision.
When they wanted some attention, and you made fun of them. All right, let's keep. I knew it was. This is not me. John Malin is not me. I
have an open seat for anyone in Comicsgate to come on my channel. I'm not sure who these people are, but I can almost guarantee I didn't meet anyone with derision. But if they'd like to contact me, they're welcome to.
There you go.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll check this out. Keep going.
To pour utter scorn.
Utter scorn.
Not even literary or artistic criticism on the work, but just utter derision of the work under the guise of giving us a supposedly friendly critique. It was not that in any way, and anybody is welcome to watch that video and see how different we were treated from any other guest who's ever partaken.
John, what did you do to them?
Oh my gosh, they were on my show.
That's what he's making reference to. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
What happened?
That's the one guy that they didn't show up, and I had nothing to do but fill time until they got there because they couldn't figure out 9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh,
New
because
York
they're
time.
in England, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and all I did was I filled the time. I showed their campaign, and then I was like, well, they could probably do this a little bit differently. They were really nice when they came on, and I told them the exact same information. I'm like, you can go back, if you want pointers, but yeah, we ended it very, very kindly, very friendly. There was no
good deed goes unpunished. That's what you get for giving them a shot on your show.
Yeah. So
all right, let's keep listening, John. I understand you're very defensive about the way you abuse these people, but
we're going to turn on the show and you're going to be like, "Oh, effing! What are you guys doing? You guys suck."
Yeah. All right, let's see.
That in any way, and anybody is welcome to watch that video and see how different we were treated from any other guest who's ever partaken in any of these guys' live streams.
Why are you so scared of us, Ethan? Why?
Wait. Man, that cut right through, man.
That can't be real.
Scared of us?
Oh my God,
Ethan, I think you owe everyone an answer to that.
I think it's those sharp graphic design.
Notice he didn't answer. He didn't answer. He got all quiet. He got.
That can't be real. That has to be fake. They're pulling my leg. Why am I so? What? Well, let's find out. Maybe there's cause for me to be afraid.
Now, I think that Ethan Van Sciver may have his reasons for cutting us out. It could be one of several things. It could be just one thing. If it interests you, we have a few theories, but not one of them is kind of like the top dog of any of the others. There is the possibility that on looking at my work, that perhaps he sees it as some form of competition to CYBERFROG or other works he has planned. Something that may steal some of his thunder. I'm not sure that Mortal Worlds is any kind of a threat to CYBERFROG.
Is this fake?
No one can think this way. No one.
That's what it is.
Fake?
You can find the video on my channel. It's Comicsgate Presents Mortal Worlds. That's the name of the project.
I think this is like a pitch to get on your show. That's how it seems like to me.
Well, yeah, I think so too. But is this performance art or is this real?
It reads like performance art. It reads brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised. I mean, I thought we ended that show very well. We even talked afterwards, and I mean, they were very friendly. So yeah, that's really sad.
Even when he's mad at you, he sounds nice.
Well, let me keep listening. Hold on, we got. I gotta hear this. I'm sorry, because it's either really funny or like infuriating, and I'm not sure which one yet. So let's keep going.
Story CYBERFROG is its own thing. They're not in league with. They're not in competition with each other to achieve the same effect on readers. They're a different take on very different stories. But another reason that might be possible is that he is aware, presumably, that I am a resident. I'm a UK resident, so is Caroline. And as far as I'm aware, there is no non-US citizen who has been invited onto Ethan's live streams. Although there is one guy who I won't mention, but I'm aware that there is another gentleman who has an Indiegogo running as we speak, who's also not from the US and has been given just the one brief opportunity, from what I recall, to come onto his Ethan's stream, and has not been called on since, and has not responded to any of Ethan's streams since.
So you're racist.
So I'm racist against
the English.
The
Blue Bloods. I knew it.
Is this real or is this fake? What's your verdict?
He's delirious if this is real. He's delirious.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him if it's real. Hats off to him if it's fake.
He's got a woman in there too who's yelling at me.
So we'll go to the end and find out what's really going on.
Is Sashi somebody says Sashi's not American. Is Sashi the woman that he's referring to? Like, who have I had on the side? By the way, I don't care if you're not American, obviously. I don't care. You come on here if you're good. All you have to be is good on the show. I mean, you'll notice it doesn't take much to impress me. I mean, all you have to do is,
You've had a bunch of Puerto Ricans on. That's close.
Yeah. How come I don't get credit for that? What is going on? All right, so I had Sashi on. She's South African. I don't know if that's who he's referring to. I can't think of anyone else that but I mean it's just
we need to find a North Korean comics gator.
I think you might have had one person from Europe on your show. I just can't remember when. I'm pretty sure.
But the thing about it is that I'm kind of honestly, I love the English. I know that that's a stupid thing, but that this guy's saying, but I love British people. Absolutely love them.
Lady Alchemy is married to a Brit, and she does her chats from Britain.
She lives in UK, yeah.
You know what it could be, EVS? Remember the time you put the hangouts on the description? Maybe when somebody came onto the jumped on.
Oh, maybe that.
Plus, Ethan likes shepherd's pie.
Not really. No, not really. I don't like the British. Don't know how to eat really. I mean, I've been to England. It's a lot of mushy peas and stuff like that. It's okay. I mean, it's all right. I think I prefer Italy and Germany when it comes to eating.
Any Canadians on here?
Oh, that's a good question. Do we have any Canadians?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep listening. I'm sorry. I know you guys are bored as hell, but I'm interested as
I'm getting on every word. This is better than Fabio.
Okay, here we go.
Wait a minute.
How EVS killed Comicsgate continues.
Part two.
Quite well, and this newcomer has been quite shocked by this, but at the same time is still holding out hope that things can change. I do hope they will for him, but unfortunately, our job now is not to be supporters of Comicsgate, but to expose the rot at the center of it and
he's got a point there.
Realize there are other options. If you wanted to be a part of this community, perhaps you've been embraced wholeheartedly as a creator even, but if you haven't, we are going to be choosing different options, different routes, and hope that we can help each other to do that.
I don't even know who this guy is.
I thought
John does.
Michael Andens.
Nationality.
Hold on, the woman's back.
It transcended boundaries. I thought Comicsgate truly meant what that umbrella guy said. Choice for the consumer.
Don't listen to him.
As I said yesterday, we launched our campaign believing that we would be embraced by the community that we chose to be a part of.
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. This is insane.
They all sound like Margaret Thatcher.
Well, they're blaming everybody for the reason they're just not succeeding.
Are they not succeeding? Can someone find their campaign? How is it doing?
Yeah, it's $880 funded of $10,000 goal. But look, I mean,
that's not bad.
We always say, you have to build platforms up underneath you guys. Everyone has to do that for themselves, and then reach out to people like me. Get on my channel. I mean, these guys, at least did step one of reaching out to me. I don't know if they ever built up a platform for themselves, but the doors just don't swing open. You have to work and get those networks in place before you launch. So when you launch, you can start building up interest, get good 3 months ahead of your project, guys. But there's no guarantee that you're on anyone's channel at any time for any reason, but once you start making connections, you can get to a point where, you can be a known person within the community, and maybe Ethan invites you on at some point, but he doesn't have to do that. Ethan even said himself, he's not, what was it? How did you phrase that, Ethan? There's just no fairness in it. It's
I said that yesterday, so it's funny that this is out today. I said yesterday, it's not fair. I understand that it's not fair. I'm not here to be fair. This isn't a public utility. It's like, if I like you, you come on my show. I like Kat. I like Jay. They add something to my show. They make the show better. So they're here. Secondarily, their book will get promoted. But I mean, mostly it's about the show and me promoting Comicsgate, the idea of Comicsgate. All of these things. It doesn't mean everybody gets a free ticket here. I can't do that.
Well, it's not like the door wasn't open for them. John opened the door for them. They just step in, and they weren't patient enough for something to happen. It seems like they just got knee-jerk and very reactionary when they didn't get the results they thought they were supposed to get, and then turned against everybody.
Turning against John for giving him a shot.
I know.
Maybe it's John's fault.
It is. Well, clearly it is. They weren't very happy with being on my show, apparently. But they never led on that to me at all.
That's really childish of them to do that, act really nice to you and then go on their own channel and just badmouth you. But second, I've run 6 successful crowdfunding campaigns. And you're absolutely right. You got to get out there, and you're promoting your campaign at least 2 months before.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job for like 6 months, pretty much. And yeah, I have, for every 10 shows, news sources, other things like that, that I said, hey, interview Jay Ashiro. Hey, interview this creator. I'm lucky if I get 2 who come back. You just got to get out there and beat the drum and show people that you're worth paying attention to. And it's
we'll
not
find you eventually. I mean, we found you guys eventually. I know I've heard of Jay Ashiro's book and his name over and over again in the chat. And I thought, yeah, I like the way the book looks. I like the name of the book, and I'll look at it eventually. It's not my job. It's not my job to look at everybody's Indiegogo campaign. No. This is all kind of a favor to the community. It's like I could just be sitting here selling drawings all day long and padding my own bank account. I don't think I make any extra money off of having other people on the show. It's just about doing the show. So this is, if I wasn't laughing at this, I'd be angry about this, assuming it's real, and I'm still not convinced. This just could be a brilliant performance art way of coming in through the back gate of Comicsgate. They're on the show now, aren't they? So let's have a
routine if it is.
Let's keep listening. I got to hear this. It's the woman now. She's talking.
Asked Mike to launch his campaign based on what I believed. But Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh, my name's fitting it like that.
Was an ally. But I have to say, we could have performed open heart surgery because we were comatose with boredom. Live stream we listened to. All he talked about was cooking, his diet, and not to mention the 2 minutes downtime we had when he had Antonio on, who was live, and literally 2 minutes dead airtime.
Yeah, he made absolutely no attempt to engage anybody in that 2 minutes, just ummed a couple of times, but had total, it seems total scorn for the audience, total apathy.
Antonio, total scorn.
They're giving them time.
It's all Antonio.
Silence.
Time is money, I'm sure, for all of these people. People come onto the show to be entertained. When Ethan had to attend to something and leave things in Antonio's hands, it's not that we are here to actually attack Antonio.
No, you're here to attack me.
We know why you're criticizing Antonio.
Either, but the focus of this is certainly that the last live stream we have listened to was a real shit show. It was largely concentrated, it seems, discussing Ethan's attempts to lose weight and also talking about I Love Lucy.
Well, that is a low rating.
Yeah, comedy show that nobody else in
that was pretty low entertainment value.
Probably nobody in America cares about it anymore either. And
nobody cares about I Love Lucy.
For a nice variety.
But see, it's funny.
The topic and a bit of a laugh and a bit of maybe good-natured ribbing, but they probably don't need to be bored to tears by any particular show. I'm not saying that this is completely typical of.
Then why do you want on? It's boring.
Ethan, we got to keep this show alive. We got to keep them alive.
A nice little kind of conclusion, I would say, to perhaps.
I want to listen to another one after this.
Attempts to listen to his shows anymore. They were once fine. They were once really great.
Thank you.
Screw it now.
We believe in Ethan Van Sciver.
Do they know you're playing Fabio though? I mean,
as we said before,
I don't know if they know I'm playing Fabio.
They might change their opinion.
Kat, what do you think of all this? Is this okay? I mean, what's my reaction?
I don't understand the question. Is this okay? This is hysterical.
It's better than okay.
Yeah, it's better than okay. And yeah, if this is an amazing Poe. Seriously, the fact that none of us can really tell if these people are serious or not. And regardless if they are serious or if this is an amazing troll, this is incredible entertainment.
No, what do they have against Lavaluzi?
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat like frenetically spelled out, "You're a boring fucking cunt." Dying. Yeah, I did a whole show about how Desi Arnaz beat and abused and cheated on Lucille Ball. It wasn't for everyone, but as I said, I'd been drinking the night before. I got 4 hours of sleep, woke up and did the morning show. They can't all be winners. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's.
And also, it's not like you beat Lucy. I mean, you're just reporting the facts.
Not that anyone knows of. I mean, yeah, of course not. The guy's like,
have you read the biography? It's absolutely fascinating.
That's my kind of reading material.
Nah, I want to play at the club. Nah.
Yeah. Ethan hit me.
Nah.
All right. We got to keep going. How I Killed Comicsgate. Let's continue.
Believed in Ethan Van Sciver.
Mm.
As we said before, Zach is completely exempt from this discussion, and Zach's live streams were always entertaining.
Talk about 2 hours of silence.
Ethan Van Sciver when he said, "Any Comicsgate book will meet its goal."
I feel like I'm Harry Potter and I'm about to be turned into a frog.
Yeah.
A CYBERFROG.
We find ourselves in the position of still having a Indiegogo running up until mid-November. We have had very generous, very kind of positive support from so many people, both within the Comicsgate community,
like
and
John
perhaps
Malin.
people not familiar with Comicsgate, but with similar
We've been on many people's shows like John
inclination to want to see good material out there that does not dumb down with the political demagoguery. But that said, we are going to look elsewhere for support because to meet our goal, we need to expand our efforts, and they're not going to come from EVS's tiny little self-absorbed clique. And
that's all of you guys.
Coming up next, we will be talking about some of this new material, some of the new books that have been coming out, and quite literally some of the most shocking art.
Oh, please be Bigfoot Bill.
I think
please
you were probably ever going to see. You know what I'm talking about, probably. And you're probably wondering, why is he doing this? There's the better stuff out there. We're going to look at that next, coming very shortly. I hope you join us. Take care. We'll see you in a minute. Yeah, we're going to talk about that art. I have international, global business experience. I know what Asia Pacific likes. I know what Europe likes. I know what the UK likes.
I know what boys like.
We chose to embrace America
they like
we
me.
Thought when Ethan started that this was literally a completely free market, that you would get a chance to put your books out there because they were good enough.
Free market means you have to cover them.
Has the same level of experience that I do.
Why is this happening to me?
This is not real, Ethan. There's no way. These people are monsters if this is real.
Ethan Van Sciver has chosen to ignore and scorn us. There's a bigger market out there than America, and we're not.
They have a voodoo doll of you. You realize this, right?
These guys are comedic geniuses.
They are.
This is amazing.
Is this real?
I'm subscribing to their channel. That's
I am too.
Sure.
That was a joke, right?
It has to be. It has to be. Yeah.
Ethan Van Sciver.
This is good. This is comedy. I'm back to this as being fake again. This is
okay,
but it's brilliant. It's done
good.
So well. Yeah.
All right, so everyone subscribe to Channel 0X. I guess they're going to do a whole. So far, in one day, in 24 hours, they have done 3 videos pasting my fat head onto I don't know what, onto various things.
Some
and then
Reaper. This is a Reaper here.
Grim Reaper. They got that one wrong.
You killed their career. You're the Reaper.
And this one is from Comicsgate to communist-style protectionism. What does that mean? What am I doing that's communist?
We might have to listen. We might have to listen and find out.
Wouldn't communism be that you are forced to take every single person?
Yeah, I think it would be kind of like a state-enforced kind of equality.
You did put Nasser in a gulag.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
What's these guys?
I would do that right away if I could. Nasser would be right in a gulag. Gojirify says, "LOL, Maggie Thatcher comics." I don't know. Django Manko says, "I thought they took John's critiques really well. Apparently they didn't. Phonies." Gojirify says, "Dollar store BBC." Mark C says, "God help them if they got a portfolio review from Neil Adams. They'd get torn to shreds." Smiley Warhead said, "Who summoned a zombie clone of Mim Hedrum?" And then Mark C says, "It's like listening to Sheldon Cooper's Fun with Flags." Yeah. Do you want to do it again, or are we done? Do you want to listen to one more? Because I'm still not 100% sure about this.
Oh, I'm curious about the art.
You want to take a look at the? No, I don't want to promote their campaign. I don't.
The art's very European.
No, I mean he said he was he didn't like the art. I'm curious who he was talking.
Oh, who he's talking about? Yeah, which one of you guys? Because that supposedly this next video will be making fun of specific.
Bill.
Maybe he saw Nasser's. Maybe he saw Nasser's art.
That's a possibility. I mean, it could be Nasser that they're worried about.
And then they thought that represented all of us.
It doesn't. Like, Nasser represents none of us. I mean, we want to make that clear to everyone listening. All right, let's listen to this. We'll listen to a little bit of this. If we want to pull out early, we can pull out early. You know, we're not Zach. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Rex, Caroline and Michael Andens back for another video.
Oh, good.
I want to talk about the protectionism thing that's going on with Comicsgate. I think this is an important thing because the way I understand America is it is a free market economy.
So why are you forcing me to promote
apparently your current president stands for that.
Yeah.
And yet we seem to have a situation where Ethan Van Sciver,
Jesus, my name,
dictate what books are successful and what aren't. A free market economy means choice.
This is all real.
It means allowing
you need to capture her reading and use it in your bumpers for your show. Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah.
But I've looked at Indicron, and I think I said this in a previous video. We're the top comic that Ethan hasn't backed. And I'm wondering why Ethan hasn't backed our comic.
Because I'm racist.
What's the name of their comic?
He ignored everything, as did his so-called High Council.
You know, the High Council is Star Wars fans. It's not, it has nothing to do with Comicsgate. So I'll just point that out. The High Council is, I don't know why she's listening to the High Council if she's worried about Comicsgate. I am now sure that this is real.
Yeah, it's
so
official.
It's an icy cold bucket of water. This is not a joke. This is real.
What's the name of their company? What's the name of their book again?
I don't even want to say it. She'll say it probably.
I was gonna look up for myself. I'm just curious.
I'll send you a link or look in the chat.
And he gave us the benefit of his critiquing of our art style.
John Malin.
Which was helpful.
Okay.
But then he had someone, Narwhal, I think it was on. No disrespect to Narwhal. We're not here to criticize other creators. Ooh. We're here in a community to support each other. But he talked about Narwhal's fluidity.
Yes.
And various other things.
He's
so
really good.
Go look on Indiegogo. Go look at the campaigns there. Go look at ours. Because we've been criticized for being too busy, for having too much in one panel, on and on and on. Our line drawing isn't good enough. Go look at all the campaigns that are up there, including the most recent one, because you see,
these people are nuts.
Ethan did the drawing for Jordan Peterson's book.
Wow, they know everything about me.
And yeah, Ethan, really nice rendering of the Piaget. Very difficult to render a classical sculpture like that.
Well, I'm fucking good. What do you want?
Good job there.
You know what? I just looked at their art, man. It's
about self-determination.
Wow.
And about freedom of choice. And yet, Ethan,
Jesus,
you're gatekeeping. You are a gatekeeper.
All right. You know what? I'm not only keeping the gate, I'm locking my fucking doors like over and over again. Are you kidding me? Like, this is terrifying. Like, at first it was funny, but this is like, Ethan.
Well, she's talking directly to you.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
this is like,
look.
I'm watching Harry Potter.
It says your name with so much scorn, man. Ethan Van Sciver.
You know what it is? When she says "go look," it's like Jack Nicholson locked in the freezer when they're like, "I'm gonna go get the cat and the snow cat and drive down the mountain." Yeah, go look at the snow cat. Go look. Go look at the snow cat. Like, that's what that struck me as. It's like, go look. All right,
you look at their work, man, and a lot of it they hide a lot of it with colors, but it's. You know, when you peel back the color and stuff, which colors aren't all that either. Yeah, they're kind of like weird.
Yeah, that's one of the criticisms I had. It was just that it got a little muddy and stuff. But I mean, you guys can watch the video. You know, I just talk about it. I'm just filling time until they get there, and then when they get there, they ask about what I think, and then I give them more information. And I tell them right there, you know, you can go back and watch this, but you know, here's some of the points like line weights that I would have done a little different. This is the only one that, and I think Ethan and I just talked about this earlier. This is the only one I think I ever gave any criticism on, and it's because I was trying to fill air. So,
well, John, doesn't this look like something like, man, we did like early pencil jack? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're just learning, and
yeah,
I mean that's kind of how it looks. It looks like high school stuff.
Yeah, and well, regardless, I mean, you know, they asked, I told them, and they were cool. We were cool. I'm sure I said, hey, get a hold of me in a couple of weeks and come back on. We'll talk about it again. But they clearly don't have the patience for that. They want a war.
Well, I never even noticed them before. So this is what's so alarming to me is that like people, like there's a whole drama going on in a lot of people's heads that other like normal people are not aware of. Like I'm not, like, to them, they're like, okay, so Ethan has not noticed us and put us on a show yet. He must feel threatened by our work because it's better than CYBERFROG. Or he's racist against the British. But in any case, look at the other people. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm upstairs shoveling pie into my face, 2 fists at a time, like blissfully unaware of any of this. And meanwhile, there's like a hateful drama going on somewhere overseas across the pond that involves me. And people who pronounce my name like Ethan Van Sciver. You know, it really is terrifying. I mean, it's really scary. All right, let's keep listening because I'm still fascinated by this. And so far, we've talked trash about Narwhal, who is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Last video, but it's so important. We're going to talk about it again. You know, free market America is choice.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to gatekeep competition or a personnel, when you try to exclude somebody, when you try to make somebody conform, Jordan Peterson mentioned a book called The Gulag Archipelago, which I'm currently reading. Alexander Solzhenitsyn wrote in great detail about the price you pay for wanting to be an individual. Alexander Solzhenitsyn wrote about communism and the fact that you don't get any choice. Communism. Because that's what excluding people, not allowing the market to see someone, not allowing the market to have a choice, that's communism.
What are you, Google now?
I don't know.
I think free market, capitalist,
I didn't shut down their
America,
campaign.
the choice, the determination, everything that I've always admired about America, everything, freedom, choice, the self-made man.
Yeah,
which is the only thing that we do.
Choose your way and to make money.
Why was she talking about being a self-made man and then asking me, like threatening me to put her on the show? Do it yourself.
And
this is
also,
why we beat you in the revolution.
Who put me on their show? I don't understand. Like what?
But her argument is just, I mean, the very thing she's saying, we've done. It's like, I mean, like, I don't understand it. It's kind of, I mean, I honestly, man, I think what was happened is that Ethan, you were kind of like their last ditch effort.
Yeah.
And when it didn't go through, they got pissed off. And so it's like, now they're stuck with all
That's
this
what they
stuff.
said. They said, now we're stuck with this Indiegogo campaign. Did you hear them say that in their last video?
Do you think alcohol was involved with these rapid production of videos?
Possibly.
They
Yeah,
don't
I hope
sound
there's
drunk.
another
They
one.
don't sound drunk.
Communism.
It's, they're spitting their words. It's like,
Well, they're bitter, man. I mean, they're bitter because it didn't go the way. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm convinced people will pay for stuff that looks good, and if it doesn't, they won't. So
it's just poor planning on their part. You know, if they would have had again, I tell everyone, have patience, guys. Set these. Don't just jump into Indiegogos. Lay down that groundwork first. Make your connections. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to other people in the community. Reach out and if you know, build your own platform and reach out to other platforms. See what all you can get set up before you launch, and then you can launch strong.
Take your time. You have all the time you want to make it right. Don't rush it. And don't think that you're going to make your goal in 24 hours.
Right.
And I would also add on top, right now with the case file Arkham, you know, my schedule is I get up at like by 9 o'clock. After I get up at 8, by 9 o'clock, I spend from 9 till about 2 o'clock working the book, just trying to get people aware of it and getting interviews. So yeah, you got to work your ass off.
I want to congratulate Kat and Jay for wow, $5,576. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Nice.
Congratulations for getting on this show. No, back to this loser who isn't getting on this show.
well, my first campaign, it failed. My first campaign, I made like 900.
In a democracy, America fought for that and won. America fights when it thinks its freedom of choice is under attack. America answers with all its military might. So, Ethan, why are you deriding
Judge Judy?
Free market America? Why do you think it's okay to gatekeep? Because you see, as I said in our last video, I started listening to you, I guess, really intently in March, and I kept listening to you. I convinced my husband to launch an Indiegogo campaign based on
there it is.
Avowed principle. I put him up there to be shot at.
See,
and that's
you know what though?
Done,
hang on, let me pause it. Yes.
It reminds me of when people get on American Idol or The Voice and they say, "Man, you can sing." No doggone, they really can't. And then they get on there, and then Simon tells them the truth, and they're destroyed. And like, oh no, I thought I was the stuff, man. I thought I was good. I thought I was going to a record deal.
Yeah,
I mean that's kind of how it feels, man. Like she hyped her husband up, who honestly, man, he's amateur at best, and I'm not by any means down in anybody, but I'm just saying I know polished stuff versus not, and versus a person that's okay, they're kind of learning how to draw, or they know certain things, but there's flaws in this. I mean, if you look at their stuff, it's like it's very, very high school, and so that's why. Yeah, I mean, like you blew your husband up to be this dude, man. It's like he ain't ready yet.
Well, regardless of the art, you know, I think it's at a publishable quality.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to when she convinced her husband to launch this, she should have said, start building your platform, start getting out there. It was back in May when this idea sprung. She should have said, let's try our best to get Ethan's attention from here to the end. And that includes getting my attention, that Umbrella guy's attention, Doug's attention, Mike Miller's attention. Let's try and get everybody's attention. So when we launch, we have this all set up, and they didn't do that. They did not manage to do that. So, I mean, that's the bottom line. And nobody gets on Ethan's just because it's his house. It's his show.
But
we're all guests here.
Right.
To your point, John, man, I mean, honestly, man, you're right, but it's also a two-punch thing. Yeah, you got to have your stuff in order. But your art, man, I keep harping on it, man, but it got to be tight. And the people, even, with, Kat and Jay, you guys, your work speaks for itself. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean that is from one artist to the other.
Because people can't read these books. All they can see is a few images. Like they can't read the story. So if those few images don't sing, punch.
Yeah, you're right, though. I mean, the work, man, and they're quick to point fingers, man, but their work, is so convoluted. And they got like 1,000 pages on there, like Indiegogo, man. Like they got like the entire 48-page, 58-page book in black and white, man, and it's very cluttered. So it's like, you're right. You gotta have your campaign right, man, but your art, man, gotta be tight too. There's a standard, and it just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, I would have looked at their campaign and just made a decision. I probably would have thrown them a little help, but I mean. The presumption that I am saying, everyone come on my show, I'm here to promote you all. That's a presumption. That's a faulty presumption. I never said that. And I am gatekeeping my show. Sorry, it's my show. I also gatekeep my house and my car and all these things. I am a gatekeeper of Comic Artist Pro Secrets. So that I don't know what it is. That term got thrown around in July. During the whole insurrection thing that happened with Comicsgate, where a bunch of Comicsgaters tried to knife me right in the back. You're a gatekeeper. You're gatekeeping. It's impossible to gatekeep Comicsgate. It's impossible. You just say I'm Comicsgate, and then you go do your thing. It is my. I can't even believe I have to say this. I assume people are adults. It is my place, and it is my obligation, and it is my choice to gatekeep my show, because it's my show, and I have a fairly big audience. We got 1,009 people watching now, in no small part thanks to these great videos. People are enjoying these. I have to gatekeep. I can't just let. I'm sorry, Comic Artist Pro Secrets is not the Mexican-U.S. border. We're not just going to let people come in, endlessly. There has to be a process. There has to be someone who says no, and there has to be. It's unfortunately, it really is random. I am flighty. I get distracted by other things like life and my family and my work. I don't know everything that. Every person from across the country and across the world who's launching an Indiegogo campaign on winging a prayer and dependent on me. I can't. I just don't. I'm not inclined to help you, all of you. I'm just not. I don't. It's not my job. So this is the fact that this is real is terrifying, but also I'm amazed by it, and I can't stop listening to it. My God. All right, let's keep going. Doug, do you mind if we keep going?
I love it. And can I just pipe in for a second, Ethan?
Yeah.
It's the lack of humility bugs me in these people. If this is real, this is monstrous. When I came to you with Bigfoot Bill, I had sold 6 of my properties for over $2 million total. I have huge success on 16 graphic novels. I've won an Eisner. And I came to you crawling with this little idea going, is this any good? Notice the difference in approach between how I'm an accomplished person, but I still think I could be wrong. I could be wrong. These people, they never look in the mirror and say, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
That's infuriating to me. Everyone who's been in this business who knows about comics knows You can be very wrong. When I did this drawing here, I went to you and you gave me advice, and John Malin piped in. I'm just saying this, and I went to Elliot Fernandez and said, "Help me with this." That's where success comes from. It doesn't come from going in and saying, "I'm a god, I've arrived.
Yep.
Everyone else here is trash." I've never heard that attitude. If you guys are serious, they're mad.
Mm. Well, this isn't unique. I have heard a lot of stuff like this. I have heard a lot of stuff like this, and I'm like, well, honestly, this is the wrong way to do it. I'm going to invite them on the show because this is an interesting way of doing it. I would like to hear them actually say this to my audience and to my face. That'll be fun. They are invited to come on. But let's continue with this.
You ignored him. You derided him. You didn't listen to his DMs. You did nothing. You set up one of your lieutenants, John Malin, to have him on the show.
John Malin, did you know that you were my lieutenant?
Oh, dude, that is just
congratulations, John.
Lieutenant Malin.
Congratulations.
Critias likes it. Critias like, I'd be your lieutenant. John Malin's like, fuck that, I'm not your lieutenant. I'm John Malin. John, did I ever at any point say to you, could you listen, these people, I don't want to deal with them. Will you deal with them for me? Did that happen?
Never happened. Never happens at all. No one has ever brought to my attention. I tell people to reach out to me on my show, and they eventually reach out to me. That's all I do to get people on my show. Say, get me on Twitter at John Malin. This is everyone right here, right now. If you got a project, come on in. Just let me know. It may take a while for me to find you, but I eventually will, and we will schedule you on, and we'll have you. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no hand-me-down from Ethan saying, "Hey, can you talk to them first?"
There's no hierarchy.
Like an edict or something.
It's not like that. It's like there's no hierarchy. The hierarchy is just who's on whose show. When I'm on John Malin's show, like I was last night, it's the John Malin show, and I keep my mouth shut unless I'm supposed to talk. That's just the only hierarchy. We're all equal, and we all kind of do our own thing. I'm not giving orders to people, and I'm not telling people to do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that. I ran into another problem with somebody like that recently, who accused me of telling everyone in Comicsgate to not work with them, and it's like I don't do that. I'm so busy. I don't do that. I mean, even if I was inclined to do that, I wouldn't be able to find the time to do it. I'm way too busy and not that interested.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. There's no way a human being has that kind of time to, construct all that. It's just insane. With keeping a schedule, with drawing and your YouTube channels, you just can't do that. There's just no way it's humanly possible to execute all those things.
I derided him and I did nothing. All right, let's keep listening.
And basically, John Malin didn't allow us to promote our book. He literally gave a critique. And one of his little lackeys said in the chat, "Another masterclass from John Malin." We're not your students, Ethan.
Okay.
We're not your students, John. We have
You're not my guest on my show either.
Looking at, worth buying, worth the consumer choosing, because I don't think the American consumer is stupid. Far from it. I've cited that umbrella guy before, who speaks constantly about freedom of choice, who speaks constantly about not disrespecting your pound or dollar paying consumer.
Yeah.
Who speaks constantly about the consumer being right. In the UK, we have a saying, the customer's always right. And I think that saying goes for the US as well. The customer's always right. So, Ethan,
but they're not the
you
customer.
Constantly ignored us and not allowed us to come on your live stream because
So they're the customer. They're always right.
If we don't make our goal with this campaign, as I said in my last video, I have international business experience. I will go to Asia Pacific.
Okay.
I will go to Europe. I will go everywhere I damn well have to make Mortal Worlds work, because I know it's good enough.
Go to Afghanistan.
Mike is the artist and we're co-writers, but I have a knowledge of the global business process and how it works. You're not going to defeat us by ignoring us, Ethan. We're not going to go away.
Well, that's just it. We would encourage her to go to those other countries.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do everything. Don't limit yourself to the U.S.
Protectionism is where you decide to ring fence something, to ring fence your audience.
To what?
To ring fence what you choose to promote.
Ring fence?
Protectionism.
Yeah.
We need
That
Cat
is
on that
not
one.
free market, constitutional America, and you damn well know it isn't. And I listened to your live stream the other day, and you could basically perform open heart surgery because comatose boredom. Not only that, but you left 2 minutes of dead air time.
Oh, not Antonio
because your
again.
so-called wingman Antonio couldn't fill
leave him
2
alone.
minutes of dead air time, and I heard your wife calling you while you went away to do whatever she asked you to do. I told
Take the garbage
Andrea to cut a check. Well, she clearly asked you to do something, and you went away, and Antonio couldn't actually talk for 2
It was
minutes.
creepy to hear her say my wife's name.
Ethan, you're boring.
I am boring.
You weren't boring. When you started out, you had principles. You were worth listening to. You were worth believing in. I asked my husband to do an Indiegogo campaign because you said
to do
any Comicsgate's Indiegogo campaign will meet its goals.
That's human error.
Well, hey, we aren't coming with our begging bowls. We know what we've got. And unlike you, we haven't burned our bridges with the mainstream.
Just with me.
Look at our tweets. Get your lieutenants to look through every single tweet we've sent.
Lieutenant Malin, get on that.
No nastiness, no criticism of anybody. Because what a community does is it supports each other, Ethan. It supports each other no matter what you may think of the quality of the work. Comicsgate stood for freedom of expression. It stood for choice.
Still does.
It stood for giving the market an alternative to what the big two are putting out.
She's pro-choice.
You started out with a pure-hearted, decent
I started this
concept.
gangster shit.
And somehow, Caesar, you became corrupted.
Is this the kind of thanks
by
you
your
get?
own self-importance.
This is it.
And now you're live streaming about your diet and cooking. What the hell happened to you?
What happened to me? You're right. She's absolutely right.
He's retooling the show.
Because Zach doesn't call people shitless about his diet and his cooking.
Yes, he
and what
does.
he's
Zach is
doing.
just as boring as me.
Zach does entertaining things.
No, he doesn't.
Whoever said that?
Why did you get so scared? What is it
Why?
about Mortal Worlds? Why do you feel you have to ignore us? But I'm telling you, Ethan, we're not going away.
Oh, good.
We're not
thank
going
God.
away. And I know the global market, and we are coming. And there's nothing you can do to prevent that. So listen up, guy. I'm going to repeat it again. We are coming. And there's nothing you can do, despite ignoring us, slighting us, not responding to our DMs.
No.
Mike did a
She's
sketch
repeating a lot of stuff.
This can't be real.
to anyone who's listening.
It is
because
real.
there's
We'll
so
let them build a new platform, and we'll all
And
follow
they said,
them.
oh, why don't you do a sketch and send it to him? You know, that'll open him up. So
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
did. He did a sketch of CYBERFROG and he sent it to you. And I know good artwork when I see it. And it was a damn good sketch. He reached out to you repeatedly over the first
Do you want to see the sketch?
repeatedly.
Okay. I figure maybe you want to see the sketch after that.
I think the chat really wanted to see. Oh, your sketch, Ethan?
No,
Or
no, the
theirs?
sketch
No,
they sent
they
me.
did.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, the
found
chat. Yeah, the chat's been wanting to see their art.
I think
Oh
it
my
says a
God.
lot when Kanan is the one throwing salt.
Hey man, she mentioned art, man. I'm like, I mean, we're Comicsgate family, man, and like I said, folk. And I know that's not the main part of it, man, but all the books, man, that are through Comicsgate, there's a standard and a quality. I keep saying it, man, and they just ain't it. I'm sorry, it's just not, man.
We also have a sense of humor and like to laugh a little more than they do.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just
Bring it, limeys.
There you go. There's the CYBERFROG sketch by this gentleman or this woman. I'm not sure who drew this. It's
I ain't bad.
I ain't gonna criticize it.
No,
I've learned my lesson for saying anything regarding this art. So
don't do it. Don't it's good. It's really good. Don't wish me into the cornfield. It's really, really good. Oh my God.
There's not a lot of through line in there.
It doesn't look like CYBERFROG, but it's an okay drawing.
Breaks up the big shapes a lot, but otherwise well rendered.
It's got the Joker's face.
Do you want me to say what it looks like?
Well, you know what? I mean, honestly, they made fun of Narwhal. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it looks like the mask has a CYBERFROG suit.
Yeah.
Like the old cartoon, the mask.
Listen, I do not, I don't have a global marketing. What was it? What is she saying over and over again? She's global marketing something or other strategist.
Experience, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have that, so I'm not. What do I know? All right, here we go.
And all you did was ignore him.
Oh, it's awful.
You ignored him. You didn't give him the grace of a response.
I know.
I don't think you would have, even you would have had the cheek to say, oh, it's not good enough. Like what you're promoting, because the American consumer is not stupid.
Well,
they're backing everything you tell them to back.
Not everything.
I assume that's because they believe that the big two aren't going to give them what they want, and they need books that will.
Serena's sketches just said you ignored him and added a U to ignore.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
I'm sorry. Every now and then, you guys, the chat just kills me. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Jawbreaker's great book. John Malin's the artist. Well, hey, you can be a shit person and a good artist.
Oh, John.
At least you're a good artist, John.
Dude, you let them on your show, though.
The only person who brought him on your show, and you're
right,
man.
Yeah, the last thing that her husband Michael said to me after that show was, "Thank you for having us on last night, John. We had a great time and really appreciate your advice and support. Hope to hook up again soon." That was October 13th.
Was the note you got?
Yeah, that was a DM from them. The last one I heard, October 13th.
13th.
Probably.
Well, I think you're. I don't know, John. I think you're a good artist, and you're not a shit person at all. So
John, I think you're a good artist.
Thanks, guys.
You're the best, John.
All right, so we got.
I don't know. He still thinks I sound like Vox. Like, I'm not sure I'm okay with this.
We got 3 minutes to go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
No, you talked about a shared universe. You talked about a franchise. You talked about bringing together all the creators of Comicsgate that you backed. But you burned your bridges. You burned your bridges with Main Street. Nobody actually wants to do business with you. Disney won't do business with you. Marvel won't do business with you.
Yes, they will.
And you threw your toys out of the pram. I'm not going to say why, but I think you followed Mike's tweets and you saw that he was liked twice by a major entertainment player globally. You didn't like it, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what is your intention?
What?
Because if your intention was to be a good guy and to make Comicsgate expand and grow,
Wasn't.
and eclipse everything else, because that's what I thought you intended when I started listening to you, to make Comicsgate grow and expand, to give freedom of choice. That's what I thought you were doing. Anyway, enough said. There's more videos coming, Ethan.
Just not
Because
freedom
look
of your
at
choice.
what the word Blitzkrieg means. You ignore that.
Blitzkrieg.
Look up the word Blitzkrieg, Ethan, and get ready.
We got
anyway, guys. Sorry, this was a really serious, heavy video, but it needed to be said because the American consumer is not stupid. Remember the story of the emperor with no clothes? Yeah? The emperor's not wearing any clothes. And look at what they're backing. Look at what Comicsgate is backing.
Bigfoot Bill.
Jawbreakers aside, look at what Comicsgate is backing.
Black and white.
Anyway,
yes.
Check out Channel 0X, subscribe, hit the like button.
I will. Right now.
Tune in again. It's not.
It's got 14 thumbs down and no 1 thumbs up from me.
I think this is really important. I think this is a war for consciousness. This is a war for expression and freedom. And you chose to become a gatekeeper, Ethan.
Hell yes.
Stalin was gatekeeper. Chairman Mao was gatekeeper.
Chairman Mao.
Comparing you to Stalin, that's amazing. That's high praise.
St. Peter is a gatekeeper too.
One might say the best gatekeeper of all.
He kind of sounds like a Charles Dickens villain.
Speak to you soon.
Oh, good Lord. All right,
I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to listen to all these videos.
I am too. I'm going to be listening on every word, man.
There's one more. Yeah, I can't play anymore. Andrea came down and scowled at me. I'm being too loud. She's like, but oh my God, dude. All right, so we're going to be Blitzkrieg. There are going to be more of these videos. I will listen to all of them, and I will probably play a few of them. Of course, this is free, fair use. We are breaking the videos up. We are commenting on them. They're commented upon. These are transformative works. So we will continue to share these videos, and I'll respond to them. I'm stunned by people. You know,
that's my response too. I'm in shock. If this is serious, that is just crazy.
How could it not be serious?
I don't think it's not. I think it's serious. They're legit, man.
I feel really bad for them, like they need counseling or something. If that's where they're at, that's just.
I think they passed the line of already being a joke. You know.
Well, it wasn't a joke. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if it was a joke, it's beyond that. It's not a joke. I'm taking that serious.
Well, they like, they'd like to want to do bodily harm, man, if they saw you in person.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but when you want something that bad, maybe you should
back off
your priorities, because they tied. I don't get it.
Is it just hurt feelings? Did I hurt their feelings? I mean, or what? I mean,
you hurt them by doing nothing, though. You didn't do enough, so it's.
I didn't do enough for them.
Yeah. Oh, I still think it's a last-ditch effort kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they just can't come to terms with their own failures.
You know what it is?
To point fingers at everybody else.
They're like those homeless people you see in the corner that they say, I'm hungry, need money, I'm hungry, and then you go buy them a cheeseburger and they get angry at you because they want $1 instead.
Enough is never enough.
Yeah.
If I had anything to say to them, I would say, Michael and Caroline, I believe, take your videos down, rethink this.
Yes, please.
You can always recover from this. You don't have to go down this route. And, there will be another spot for you on my channel if you want to have it. We'll promote. You'll have a better platform going on, and you can do it from a wiser position. But this is not the way. This isn't good. This is a mistake. I feel, you guys are more welcome to go however you want, but there's no entitlement to be on Ethan's channel. And if anything, I promote that I have an open door for Comicsgate projects, and you guys are welcome back. But take down that channel and, rethink all this.
Well said, John. Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have an open door for them. If I had an open door for them, it would be into like through the door and into open air at like 30,000 feet. Like honestly, that's the open door I have for these people. This is ridiculous. And no, they do need to be punished. They need to go through their lives, wondering why the world, is ignoring them all the time and scorning and belittling and whatever they're talking about, deriding them. Because they have a shit attitude. They've got a terribly entitled and obnoxious attitude. And this isn't, talking about, what me burning bridges with them. I mean, yes, that's correct. I've burned bridges. And honestly, I think the first bridge I ever burned in my career is actually them. Quite deliberately them. I can't have, I can't be forced. I can't be strong-armed. By drunken British people to like have them on my show and support their shaky financial investment. I can't do it.
Well, especially after things that they just said. I mean,
right?
You can't come back from that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, what do we do? No, I will have them on the show though, for real. If they want to come on, I would love at this point for different reasons. I mean, come on the show and let's talk it out. But I mean, because it'll be entertaining. But I mean, honestly, these are ridiculous videos. And there's another one that we got to go through. We'll do that tomorrow. There'll probably be 8 more tomorrow. We'll watch them all.
Instead of 8 more.
I really read some of these super chats. People were pouring in super chats while this was going on. Let's see. I know what you did last summer. Von Sciver from Sierra and Jag. Sierra Whiskey says that female voice is a bot. 100%. Gojirify says, "Gow, look, do it." Great Loner says, read the comments. Darth Bobcat says, these people should be haunting a chimney sweep, not criticizing your art or Comicsgate. Gojirify says, these two are like the fatal attraction Glenn Close of comics. I won't be ignored. Ian House says, someone has to live with this lady. Spiky Madness says, the Brits are used to knights that say knee, not Ethan Van Skyvers that say nah. I like that. That was good.
Nah.
Gojirify, yeah, nah. They should have started a channel. They have radio voices. Build an audience and then launch an IGG. That's what everyone has to do. Everyone has to do that if you want to be a part of this. She kept saying things like, I thought I was going to be able to do this and I'd be welcomed into the community. How does that work in real life? We don't know who you are. It takes time. People have to get to know you.
Well, John did welcome them too. I mean, John did.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. Like once you say your Comicsgate, you are a part of the community.
Yeah. Well, John criticized them.
But he welcomed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 20 minutes late for the show. So I had to fill air. That's it. So.
See, that's the thing, man. You are not responsible for people's perception of you in a degree. Like how they perceive and what they'll put you on a pedestal, man. That's not your fault. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's a personal issue.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of personal issues going on there. I think that's clear.
Actually, sorry. I was going to say on my own channel, I had recently put up a video that was actually in response to another Comicsgate creator who had overblown expectations for his campaign, which was kind of the advice of take down this video, rethink it. There's no reason you can't recover from this. But yeah.
Was it me?
No,
dang it, now I got to go through everyone's videos and see if I'm being trashed after post Comicsgate presents.
I've had a number of these talks though.
Camo Black. Yeah, of course you are though, John. Of course you are.
Right.
Money, envy, jealousy, all this. It does weird things, man. I'm always, my hair's just blown back by some of this nonsense. I mean, I feel like I'm friendly to people. I feel like I try to help. I can't help everyone. I feel like people should respect that, and they don't. So that's just the way it is. Camo Black says, let's lay off this guy's skill, focus on his drunk wife, making an ass of herself, spouting some conspiracy theory nonsense. Junior Ruiz, back at Gusto, don't worry, I'm mentally stable if you don't. Fan Advocacy Network. If Ethan were to promote a subpar quality book, he would lose the trust of his fans and be ruthlessly savaged by NPCs in garbage tier articles. Gojirify, John Malin is the Ensign Wesley Crusher of Comicsgate. Who's that?
Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh, instead of a lieutenant ranking, I'm an ensign. Oh, okay.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Vince Rush Art. Hey, everyone. Hail Caesar. Hello. Yeah. Rhaegar Targaryen. Tug is Archbishop. How about Rear Admiral Malin? Cormoran says, "Oh no, Oberfuhrer von Sciver sent militant mail-in." Roger X3 says, "Private 324 reporting, sir. Don't listen to someone who overpronounces their words. Permission to go back to South London, sir. Permission granted." David de Bergerac, "Can I buy the shot glasses separately?" Nasser's smelly stick of butter. Jesus freaking Christ on a crutch. This is what PMS and self-loathing must sound like in Dolby Atmos. Coach Eurify, what happened to you? You were the chosen one. Matthew Gervais says, Ethan is getting a scolding from Grandma Comicsgate. Darth Bobcat, I imagine her as a bitter Victorian dowager. I don't know. I got a whole other thing in my head. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't say. Michael Beacon, they're like famous trader Benedict Cumberbatch. JP4, I know some actual M1A1 Abrams tank drivers if you need them. Yes, please. Drew Turnbull, breaking news, EVS hurts feelings by doing absolutely nothing. Mark C. And now Ethan Van Sciver will show you the full power of this fully armed and operational Comicsgate.
It's like the Emperor. That's awesome.
Dun, 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 dun.
So be a Jedi.
Channel 0X, by the way, went from 7 subscribers to 53 subscribers. And their view count is very impressive. 285 views on how EVS killed Comicsgate Medium, and 174 views on Comicsgate, on the one that we just listened to about communism, the essay on communism. And the comments, let's see, should we read some comments on this? Just, that might be, people are saying read the comments. Did I get rid of it? No, it's right here. Okay. And let me refresh this. And this is you guys, of course, goofing on this, these people. If you're thinking about, this is them, if you're thinking about launching a Comicsgate Indiegogo, you might want to ask permission from its chief gatekeeper first, if he'll even respond to any of your requests, of course. This is comedy gold. The British are coming. The British are coming. You have made Caesar laugh. Well done, says Panboy. Did Renfimus give you GHV? Who's Johnny Trucks? Oi, mate, do you have a license for this hit piece? In America, free means liberty. It does not mean no cost. This is right. Freedom intensifies. Yeah, so a lot of people responding to this. If this is real, Ethan, start running. If this is fake, it's probably Doug's kids. Doug, are you letting your kids do this?
I don't let my kids on the internet. What am I, an animal?